going on YouTube? Mox Opal back. Been a minute since I've been around. Shit in life happens. Gets to the best of us. But we are back with something cool. First off, though, I'm going to do a couple shout outs. I don't remember you guys' screen names. You left a couple comments on my YouTube video saying uh, that you like how real I am in the videos, how raw the videos are, don't need all them edits, and um, you liked how I did the educational stuff without having to look like a corporation, type YouTube video. Like, you liked me being real. I appreciate that. That's what I'm here for. I don't need all them edits. I don't need to have some fancy intros, outros. I'm here to be like, here's a mod, here's an RDA, here's a juice flavor that I like, here's a disposable, or anything else that I review, and to give you education on it and to tell you as much as I possibly can about it, and also so you're safe about it. I don't need all that other dumb shit. So it is what it is, and I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna keep them raw videos like this going. I'm gonna keep it going just like that. But today we are looking at my new favorite little toy. I cannot show you the back of the box, so we took the bottom of it off, and Hammer of God 400, 400 on each side. That's how big the box is. Come like that. 400 on the sides. Obviously, I can't show you the back because of the YouTube policies, but when you get your mod out the box, that's what it looks like inside. Now we're just gonna throw shit because we can. That's just how shit happens. Um, Everybody does show you that there is a tool in there, but what I have not seen yet in the videos, there's a little tab right here. Pull it. Pulls that out. Gets you to this right here. If you seen that little shiny thing, get right down in there, you little tickle. Gives you the tool, and a nice, sturdy, durable tool. This is that we fix your Hammer of God 400, because it is just like the Stubby. It is a wireless like chipset. So you could take it out with, I think it's like 4 or 5 screws, and if it ever breaks, just pull it out and fix it, just like the Stubby. So that's actually pretty badass that they did that. Like, legitly, most aspects of it is just like the Stubby, and this is what one do we have. 30 millimeter on top of it that I have for right now, but we're going to go over a few of the aspects. We now have a fucking nice 510 gold plated pin that is adjustable on the inside and a metal plate, instead of, I don't know where the hell all this dust came from. Got to clean my damn desk off. But instead of having that beauty ring on top that was always a pain in the ass because it either fell off or like it just didn't do anything just. So you can take that screwdriver. I think we'll actually work on these ones. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't had to clean it. Take that 4 out, pop that top off, pop that off. Same thing with the screen, and literally just pull it apart, fix it, clean it fully. Just clean it and fix it, which is badass. The only difference I have found actually hitting this and between, like, say, the Hammer got 400, the DNA, is really not much. It's just the DNA chip will let you go lower ohms and the size comparison. That's really about it. Got the satin purple. So, got Hammer of God right here on the front. Serial number on the back. Nothing on the bottom. Nothing on the top except for the plate. Screws, the 510. Is adjustable, which I did have to adjust it already a little bit. Where the fire button's at, fire button there, main screen, as you can see. And yes, I'm staring at my computer screen so I can actually see what my dumbass is doing. I have now not charged these batteries for probably 3 days at 125 watts. Okay, 175 puffs, which I actually cleared. Usually I do it daily to see how much I actually vape a day. All right, but you got settings, which then you have your power mode, which is what we're in now, which is wattage, bypass, your nickel, titanium, stainless steel, and your exit. Other cool thing is that it does, as you go down to settings, you have the clear, which just turns the screen off. Stealth, or actually clear, is the clear for the puff counter. My bad. We're just gonna blame it on it feels like a fucking Monday. Stealth mode turns your screen off. And then you could switch the color of this, which is pretty nifty because you couldn't do that on the Stubby. It was only white. So also, unlike the DNA 400, you can't like hook it to a computer and, you know, put your own screen on there, which, I mean, is cool to a point, but it is what it is. In the back, your batteries. Now, these battery compartments has got to be the most genius ones that I've ever seen on a bigger mod. It is the same exact setup as the Stubby, how you put the, which was pretty cool. So, still the 418-650s, but this one's marked. Finally, we got some good markings. So, the back one that you're going to put on each side, obviously, the one side is positive up, the other side positive down. So then in the front you go positive down over here, and then it's just rotated over here, so then the front will be positive up. So what you do in the back, you do it in reverse on the front, basically. And the cog systems are nice. This is how to tighten the batteries up. So when you put your batteries in, you're going to actually literally turn this way until it tightens up. And then the other side, you're going to do the thing with what the arrow shows you down here. Pretty nifty. Spring loaded at the top. So, I mean, pretty good contacts. It's actually very lightweight for being the all new kind of like anodized aluminum. This is the satin purple, like it's the anodized aluminum. Very lightweight. I love how they keep machining all of this stuff. There's no machine marks that I've found, no scratches. It is a fingerprint magnet or even dust. Like, it sticks to it. But we're going to go ahead and slap some batteries in here. And like I said, back on the left-hand side, which actually we need to go down a little bit more. That way it loosens it up. You're going to go positive up on that side, positive down on that side. Okay, so now what you do, see where the positive up is up on this side. Positive, that battery about rolled away. You're going to go positive down. So now you got a positive down here, positive down here. Oh, what do? You go positive up there. See? That's how that works. So how it's positive down or positive up here, the one in the back is going to be the one here is positive down and positive up in the back. So then you literally just take this and how it has the arrows, this right here, you're going to turn that and it turns both of the cog wheels. The one in the front here and the one in the back. It turns both of them. So you just turn that until, you know, it's tight enough to your satisfaction, you know, because you never want to put your batteries in too tight. I've seen a lot of dumb shit happen with batteries. So you want them tight, but you don't want to break shit. So then this one on this side, you spin that to the left instead of the right. Tighten that side up until obviously it's tight enough for you. So same aspect as a Stubby, but just on a Hammer of God. So that's what it looks like. Doors are off. And I don't have a DNA, but here is the Hammer of God V2. Okay. That's how big the Hammer of God V2 is for tallness compared to the 400. So not much taller. Obviously, it's the width, same size all the way around. So this way, it's not much taller. It's almost the same kind of like width this way, but when you turn it, it's a little bit like longer this way, obviously. But the cool thing is this actually weighs, I feel, a little bit less than what the V, because they had all that battery like compression going down because of the bottom doors. So for this, obviously, the one with the serial number, because of the hole, goes there. Hammer of God, and we're still just gonna throw shit. Goes on the back. The only complaint that I have, literally the cons, is like when I pick it up, I can feel the doors move, and they do wiggle quite a bit. Not bad, but they do sell extra doors already in clear ones. That way you can see battery wraps. I'm pretty sure here pretty soon in some time, we're probably going to see some fancy doors, kind of like what the Stubby did, probably new buttons. So this is probably going to be one of the newer Hammer of Gods that's going to be like fully customizable to do fun shit. The only thing difference, like I said, is the top. It's not a DNA, but it's still going to pack a punch like a Hammer of God, being a regulated Hammer of God, which it does actually. Batteries load in the side with the cogs instead of in the bottom, and the chip is the same as the Stubby. Other than that, there's no difference between this and like say the DNA, except for a few features. But it's like basically this is a high powered regulated mod. It's a 400-watt regulated mod. This still packs a punch of like vaping off a Hammer of God mech. It hits. So we got the 30 millimeter Valhalla. I've got two 5-wrap alien coils in there sitting at like 0.25 ohms. Not a very cool build, just something we threw together right quick, but it works. And it actually works well, actually. Weirdly enough, I didn't think it would, because the big build space that you can go inside of a Valhalla. But she hits, and hits well. And right now, I think we're sitting at like 125 watts on there. Now, I have seen some ridiculous builds with, like, say, the new Valkyrie and even the 40 millimeter Valhalla of like 250 watts, which this thing handled it really well, actually. The only thing also that I don't like is if you touch the screen, like a TV, it has that, like, it does that light ink blotchy stuff. So you got to be really careful with the screen if you actually don't have that. If you nick that screen just right, you're probably going to break it like what you would an LCD TV or a screen. Thank God that they actually gave us a tool and actually access to chipboards to fix it then. So, all right, so we are sitting at 126 for some reason at 0.24 ohms, but we're going to kick it up to 150 watts. And my battery actually just dropped a little bit more, weirdly enough. 3 days, and it's still just under a half. 150 watts. With a 2-second hit. Just the way that it hits is still like the Hammer of God. Like, it reminds me of the mech mod, just in a regulated form. I can't remember the name of the chip that they put in it, but it powerhouse hits even on the little 30 millimeter. And I mean powerhouse. Flavor out of that is phenomenal, actually, at that wattage. Like, and it's not hot, weirdly enough. It's still just hitting like a powerhouse. Let's drip her a little more. That way she stays saturated, because we're going to kick her up a little bit more. So we're at 150. So let's go to like 175. If you hold it down, it starts going up by 10 too. I just noticed. 175. Could only do like a 1.5 second hit on that, but wow, that fired fast, hard, and then the flavor was actually quite amazing. with the coils I got in there now, I wouldn't go past like 150 without getting too hot. Because it started heating up that time. But I don't know. I've been enjoying it on 125. The battery life's been amazing. I'm running on 3 full days of using it, and like a day that the batteries just kind of sat around. I hit it a little bit here and there. Um, Pros: the build, the machinery, the glossiness, the feel, the weight, the way it could be held. Actually, not too bad. It's not very big, but it is. It's not like, here's the stubby. Y'all know the stubby. So it's not too much taller than the stubby. Length, just a little bit wider, a little bit taller. Obviously, going from like this way of fatness, it's literally only got, as you can see, just that little bit. So it's not too much bigger. It's just the heaviness is from the 4 batteries. So if you don't mind that and actually, able just to carry it with you, like say you're going to work or something like that in a place where you can vape, this is actually pretty convenient. It's going to last you all day no matter what. And you can put a tank on top. So then you ain't got to worry about it because it's dripping, it's regulated. So you can put a big ass tank on top, any one of them, and just worry about filling your tank through the day. $50 on Vapors Cloud as far as what I seen on there. You remember prices on their website. I think it was still only like 120 pounds or something on there. I can't remember the prices, from country to country, but for pros, other pros, the screen is nice. The fire button is nice feeling. Love the top with the plate. Love the 510 adjustable pin in there. It's actually really easy to adjust. It doesn't wiggle around like a lot of them that you actually drop into the hole and just, it's pretty nice. The only con I have actually that I can think of is just the doors wiggling too much. But hopefully if we order the new clear doors, it won't be too bad. It does hold a 41 millimeter on top. Or 40 or 41. I can't remember the measurements. It also has like little dimples right there on top. Also too right here. I don't know if you can see that. Which is where like the 40 millimeter would hang off right there. And as you can see, the 30 millimeter covers the whole silver plate. So a 40 millimeter is going to go out to the side there. This is the 30 millimeter Valhalla V2 Mini. Which actually still works perfectly fine on there. I've got a 40 millimeter coming that I'm going to throw on top of there. And when that comes, I'm going to do build tutorials of different ways and stuff on it to actually like play around with it more, doing a video on that. I'm probably going to do a live video of like probably 2 or 3 tanks to throw on top. That way we can kind of test her out, get really in there to how much she can pack a punch, how much she can handle. Got all sorts of coils that we can throw in there. I've got some wires so we can sit there and build some, and also throw on there just to like have some stupid fun with it. So I would suggest getting it, and for like my scales that I usually do of like 1 to 10, I will give this, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I am going to nick it for the doors because I don't know, even if I order new doors, if they're going to be tighter or if they're going to be looser. They could have made them probably a little bit more magnetized, put some, like, they're already hard enough magnetized. I mean, I guess can't really say magnetized. Maybe a centimeter bigger. Just like a hair bigger so they sit in there and there's no fluctuating room to go up and down like that. Or even to the side, because like when I put this one on once before, it did catch my fire button and it stayed firing. I don't really like that too much. Honestly, I would have took the fire button and probably put it somewhere else. I'm not on the sides. I probably would have kept it there, but probably did it a little bit different so to where this could at all. They can figure it out. They got all that good machinery. But like I said, Vapors Cloud, $150. This is not a promotional video for them. is just becoming one of my favorite companies to order stuff from. I mean, Satin Purple, Hammer of God, 400, well worth the money, especially if you're liking mech mods but sometimes need a regulated. That way you're on the go and a lot of battery power and a lot of battery life. Definitely the way to go. Mm. Yeah, that's a hell of a mod. But that is the Hammer of God 400. We'll be back with more videos on it with more tanks and more dumbass builds. Mox Opal out.